again. We'll try again. As I say, we don't know where the sound is, and I suppose I should speak louder, but I don't want to speak louder. Yeah, right, so what was it? Hippie philosophy, wasn't it, really? That was what it was. How we should still try and hold on to the peace and the love, even if we're sort of being totally pressured by the media into some sort of like, fear around, I'm frightened to death. Well, if you're frightened to death, then death's what's going to come. As I said before, we're just passing through life. Here we are in a brief moment in time, and if you could see what I'm actually looking at here, you'd realise how beautiful it is. So I don't know if I can actually. No, it would just dazzle you because the sun's over there, but in front of me are mountains and trees and valleys and rocks and springs and beautiful places, believe me. And why am I here? Because that's where the universe wants me to be today. That's where life has put me at this precise moment in time. And sometimes the moments aren't always so, what you might say, picturesque views. Very recently I was in a police cell in Marbella where they arrested me on the street of Marbella, took all my cash out of my pocket, took all my hash out of my pocket, left me in the cells overnight, and then injected me in the morning with no money and and nothing to smoke. But I mean, that's a week ago now, and here I am looking at these beautiful mountains and in the process of sort of battling the Spanish legal system. They should finally give me my hash and my money back, because they have no right to it. Although rights is something else, there isn't any right anywhere, there's just luck, and normally, if we give thanks a lot, we might get a lot of thanks back, which transforms itself into luck. But, again, if we're too busy thinking, or we're so busy dwelling on other things, we'll miss it. People bump into me, either it might be in Manchester, it might be in Malaga, it might be in Marrakesh, and they say to me, where do you live? And I say, I'm just passing through. They say, well, you live here in Marrakesh, or you live here in Manchester? No, I'm just passing through Marrakesh, or I'm just passing through Manchester. Then where do you live? Well, actually, I tell them normally I've got two houses. I've got a right house and a left house. And there aren't only feet on those houses, shoes on those feet. And I tell them, these are my dwellings, and I just go around, and I'm not living anywhere. I'm just passing through. I'm just passing through life, and I'm trying to get as slowly as possible to the place where we're all going to go, the grave. Thanks be, eh? I was very lucky when, years ago I got onto a sort of bit of mystical Islamic sort of Sufi way. Islam means peace and Muslim actually means surrender. So, maybe in an old hippie, having surrendered to the flow and believing in love and peace, I'm very interested in this sort of stuff. And I get these nice people who come to visit me, bring me all this literature, and, very impressive and certainly effective. And I got a little bit carried away onto a sort of a ritualistic path of following in this way. And my daughters, who grew up on a beach outside Tangier and spent from the time they woke up to the time they fell down from exhaustion just playing and stopping for food now and again and water. And suddenly Papa starts to come out, and this was on a beach about 12 kilometres outside Tangier. Suddenly Papa starts to come out at various times of the day with a mat, puts the mat down, gets up, goes down, does this ritual, got all these books there that I'm studying. And my daughters used to look at me and just stop playing, sit quiet, and sort of wait until Papa's finished what he's doing. Oh yeah, Papa's finished, let's carry on playing. It lasted for about a week, I think, and then my eldest daughter, Miriam, who was 6 at the time, must have had enough. And I sort of got up off the ground, I got one of these Gandoras on, and she came up to me and she pulled me on the Gandora, and she looked me in the eye and she said, you know what, Papa? I said, no, what? She said, the only important thing in life is to die relaxed. Well, as you can imagine, I nearly fell down. And that's it. So, we try and do good to others. If we make mistakes, we try and balance it out, and we try and stay in a permanently relaxed space. We try not to get attached. Otherwise we get attached to all this stuff, and then we think, we're going to get that tomorrow, or As I say to people, actually, I can sort of look at this screen and see myself now. My inner image of myself doesn't even have a white beard. My inner image of myself is sort of a young, middle-aged person bouncing through life and just waiting for that last. And then I can say, "Oh, thank you, chef. That was great. Let's see what's next." And when that last breath comes, I hope to be truly relaxed and wait for it. So, in the meantime, stop thinking, start thanking. Remember, joy in the moment. Spread happiness and love to whoever you can. And make sure that that happiness that's in you shines out, spreads out, and goes out. And then don't worry about all this stuff that they're trying to tell you about. Try and get off these screens as much as possible. For me, 10 minutes a day would be adequate on one of these things. I'm too busy walking in the woods, walking in the mountains, swimming on the beach, diving in the rivers, flying through the sky. Life's too short to spend it sitting here in front of a computer or sitting down on your telephones all day thinking, "Oh, I'm really in touch with my friends now." Oh dear, who are you in touch with? Beware. Be in love. Be awake. Enjoy life. God bless you all. Now, I always have problems stopping.